Hey, I'm Al McGee with your entertainment ticket. Well, the film Steve and I are going to talk about is called Uncle Peckerhead. And Steve, tell us who you are.
I'm Stephen Leibowitz, better known as the Movie Knight.
And who you write for?
I write for ScreenQueen.com.
All right. And again, I'm with your entertainment ticket at www.yeticket.com. Well, the film we're going to talk about right now is Uncle Peckerhead. Hey, this is a new horror film that's coming out very soon, and we're going to review that right now. Steve, let's start off with you. Uncle Peckerhead. What do you think about Uncle Peckerhead?
Well, first of all, any movie that's called Uncle Peckerhead is going to grab your attention right away. You know, if someone told you I saw a movie called Uncle Peckerhead, you go, what was it called? And as we should mention, we're laughing right now because actually it's listed as a horror comedy.
Oh, that's what they listed as a horror comedy?
Yeah, horror comedy. Or if you want, you could even throw musical in there because there are some, full musical band numbers in it.
And the guy who plays the guitar, he wrote a lot of those songs and sang a lot of those songs too.
Yep, he did. Yeah, so yeah, it's almost like the movie's almost a little bit of showcase of his music because that, I said you get some full songs in the movie. But
you're exactly right about that.
Right. So this is the sort of the plot. There's this band called Duh. That's the name of the band.
D-U-H.
D-U-H, and they're gonna go on a little tour, but they
city tour, matter of fact.
Yes, and they lose their van and meet this guy named Uncle Peckerhead who volunteers to drive them to all their gigs. Just one little hiccup. At midnight every night, Uncle Peckerhead turns into this, what I would call a ghoul. He likes to be called a thing.
Yeah.
That goes out and eats people.
Yeah, but he's only there for 13 minutes. But they didn't know that until they got on the road.
Right. And so they, and they find that out, but they still do the tour with him. If anything else, I found this is more for gorehounds. If you're into that kind of horror.
You think so?
Yes. I mean, the very opening shot, the very first image we see, not to be a spoiler, but this is the very first image. This guy laying on the ground, his face, you basically see his skull with one eyeball sort of hanging out. And that's the very, very first shot the audience sees. And there's a lot of, and it is good makeup effects, but it's really, if you're a gorehound, you're gonna, this is more for, if you're a horror fan, and one thing you love about horror is gore effects. That's what Uncle Peckerhead really delivers.
Well, that's why I really enjoyed Uncle Peckerhead, because of the gore and the situations that the gore is put in the film. Yes, we know he's going to turn into this monster at midnight, but the situations that they create for midnight, that's what's really compelling to me for Uncle Peckerhead to turn into this monster and do what he has to do. Yes, the gore is very effective, but again, it's the situations and the storyline that they put the gore in with Uncle Peckerhead as the monster. I really enjoyed that. Not only that, I enjoyed the background too of this band, this starving band trying to make it, who's very good, matter of fact, on the road and in their little bubble that they live in, and that they did not know this, but then when they find out, they realize there are some benefits of having an Uncle Monster Peckerhead.
Right, and it's I mean, I want to, and David Littleton is the guy who plays Uncle Peckerhead, and he's like the spitting image of horror legend who's now gone, Sid Haig. People might remember from Devil's Rejects and movies.
Right.
I
remember him.
I thought, wow, he looks almost just like Sid Haig. It's just like I don't believe it's his son, but if someone told me that, I was like, oh yeah, I can see the resemblance. And he's actually very good. He's very funny in the movie too. And even though it's called a horror, it's really for gore horror. It's not a scary movie. There's no real tension buildup or anything else like that. Just to let you know what kind of horror movie you're getting. It's not like someone like reaching for a doorknob, and what's going to happen.
Yeah, those moments. With that creepy music, with the organ in the background, thing like that. It's not like that at all. But again, that's why I enjoyed this film. It's not that type of film. This is gore right in your face, and also when you see this, your heart really starts beating fast when you see this because you want to know who's next, what's going on. Uncle Peckerhead, what is his agenda? So you figure all that out.
Yeah, and I did like the band, the characters in the band. The lead character Judy, she's really funny. There's the one scene where she has like a sort of like a one night stand, and next day gives the guy the invoice for a morning after pill. So,
Oh, that was very funny. That scene right there was very funny, and I really enjoyed that scene. Yeah, and I thought Judy, she had a very good role in this, the character, and I thought that she did a very good job as the lead actress in this film. I felt that she really did a very good job in this film. I really do. I really do.
I liked her. The movie's a guy named Matthew John Lawrence was the writer-director. He's done a lot of short horror stuff before. I know he does. He's a professor in like a place in New Jersey, I think, someplace. So he's had experience, so he knew he wasn't he knew what he was doing before coming into all this. And it's a fun romp. It's not it's nothing in-depth thing or anything else like that.
Well, I kind of think it's a little bit in depth because it's something different. It's really something you really don't expect at all. And I thought it was something that you can really get to see and really enjoy. And I feel that, again, Chet Siegel, who plays Judy, I thought she did a very good, innocent job in this film. And you're right, the director, he did a very good job with this film. I felt that he really understood the script. Well, he wrote the script and things like that. His name is Matthew John Lawrence. His name is Matthew John Lawrence. He wrote the script and he directed it also. I thought he really did a great job with this. But he understood the script because he wrote the script. But I think the cast that he chosen was very good, and he got them to believe in the script.
I'm sure that he did. And I thought there were some, slow moments in between some of the scenes, but so it's not perfect, but it's still like, it's good for what it presents. And that's what
it's not perfect. I'm not going to give it 4 stars. I'm going to give it 3. I'm going to make this a great B movie. I'm going to give it 3 palm trees or 3 stars, or whatever you want to give a rating to. I really felt it was a great B movie. It's not a movie where, you're right, it's not the shock and horror, but it's a very good film.
It's enjoyable. I mean, I'll be going just under you, 2.5. But yeah, I said, sometimes I thought some things stretched out a little too long for me in between the scenes. Sometimes I thought it could have been just a little bit tighter at parts.
Well, I feel that this was a very low budget film, but what they presented was very good. And I felt that what they had to work with, they really did a great job with it. That's why I'm giving it 3 palm trees out of 4 for this film.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you totally. I'm just saying, I'm just a little shy under you, but I still think if you enjoy this kind of, especially if you like gore, you will like this movie. Obviously, if you don't like gore, this will not be the movie for you.
Well, Uncle Peckerhead, I give it 3, you give it 2.5. Well, we're not that much off on it. So, well, Stevie, thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. And I really enjoy your reviews. Anything else you want to say before we close out?
No, that's it. I know it's tough times, and if you're looking for this is coming out on video demand this like first week in August, and if you're looking for something a little fun in the gore category, this will be the rental for you.
I totally agree with you. This is the rental for you, and you totally will enjoy it, and you will be totally entertained. That's the way I see it. Well, thank you, Stephen. Stephen,
your pleasure, Al.
Hey, and thank you for watching our review here at Your Entertainment Ticket. Follow both of us at ScreenQueen.com and me at www.yeticket.com. Thank you for watching.
This is your entertainment ticket. Latest and greatest.